This Vermont Utility Outlook is valid the rest of today, Friday, through Thursday, January the 28th. Well, we have a northern ring of higher pressure. This should keep our big middle Atlantic blizzard that's currently showing, and a pretty good windstorm at that. This should keep it at bay, passing well to our southeast. Great project weather the rest of today through next Monday. Arctic cold the next couple of nights. We'll see below zero temperatures in some areas. A quick-moving weather system will track north of our region with gusty southwest winds pushing into the region on Tuesday, but below thresholds. We're watching some potential for a storm that could develop late next week, depending on the phasing of two different jet streams. Well, here it is. We're looking at the water vapor imagery, and you can see this is moving into the middle Atlantic states. We have rain on the southern end, a big line of thunderstorms moving through Florida currently, and of course, heavy snow with blizzard conditions setting up. An area of low pressure back out here with a strong trough. A lot of jet stream dynamics will spin up an area of low pressure and be fairly impressive for the middle Atlantic states, especially noteworthy for parts of Virginia, Washington, D.C., into northern Maryland. And a quick look at the overlay of the visual. You can see just really a few high clouds and generally fair conditions across the northeast United States. It's really going to stay that way. This is the progression of the HRRR high resolution rapid refresh, and you can see the snow moving across Virginia in copious amounts. And you can see the thunderstorm activity off the coast, and this is going to be the case here through 7 o'clock this evening, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and so forth. So the northernmost snow makes it into New York City later on this evening. So this is valid at about 1 o'clock overnight tonight, early Saturday morning, and you can see the progression here. Precipitation doesn't really make it into Vermont per the European or the GFS model. Gets awfully close, but not really. And some of our computer modeling is trying to bring it into the southern two counties. I think it's going to stay south. But this is the progression here. Our next worry really is going to be this particular system. This moves in along about Tuesday morning. And it'll swing some kind of an Arctic front through for basically Tuesday night. And then it moves on out. A weak ridge of higher pressure moves in. That'll be followed by a clipper system, more of a northerly track through Quebec. And the only real concern that I see in the longer range for any kind of big storms, you have the northern branch of the jet stream here. You got the southern branch, El Nino-induced jet stream energy coming across the subtropical jet stream. Spins up another nor'easter. If these two get together, we could have some issues. This could be a lot further to the north, I think. And if we get the northerly supply of snow, we might see a pretty big storm here. All speculation at this point. Again, this would be toward the end of next week and toward really Saturday. I want to show you a quick concentration on wind here. This is our storm, and you can see these areas greater than 40 miles per hour or 40 knots across parts of Virginia and then coastal areas. So there's going to be quite the wind here, and that would include more than likely tree damage across a wide area. Blizzard conditions here and probably up into coastal sections of New England as well. And once again, a quick projection of how this is going to play out in a broader term. You can see the ring of higher pressure forcing the storm out to sea and keeping us with some decent project weather right through the weekend, right into Monday. And here comes Tuesday's system. Arctic front for Wednesday or Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. High pressure builds in briefly. Then another clipper system to the north. That may drag a cold front through here, and then this is where things get a little interesting. Weather Prediction Center, big area of precipitation, of course, middle Atlantic states with a very sharp gradient cutoff, and that's 2,500ths of an inch here. So Vermont, you're looking at a kind of a snow drought here for the next several days, and including even into next week. Little different look at the temperature as well. This is the maximum temperatures of the course of the next 5 days. You can see temperatures are warming up basically from the north, where all the storm action's at, a little bit cooler than normal. But about 3 days later, well, everybody warms up. Looks like we're neutral here a little bit to the south, sort of leftovers. But the warming trend here for the next several days ahead. Quick look at 7-day total snowfall. Looks like 11 inches at the Stake, Mount Mansfield. Some areas, eastern Addison County. I think that might be South Lincoln. 10 inches total snowfall in the last 7 days. A little bit less further south, but light to moderate amounts. Quick look at snow depths. Nothing expansive. Decent snows, especially in the northern Green Mountains and adjacent areas and some of the highlands of the kingdom. A little bit less further to the south, but up in the mountains looking pretty good. And daily temperature regimes, you can see temperatures get down near or below zero. The European gives us as low as 15 below, basically on both tonight, Friday night, as well as Saturday night and Sunday night. And then temperatures warm up and we start to moderate upward above into the upper 20s. And it looks like we could see 35 to near 40 degrees for Tuesday afternoon with that big blow of southwesterly winds aloft. That'll warm us up a bit. Here's an ensemble CFS version 2. You can see cold period here through the 24th, 25th, and then we start to do that warm up. And then it looks like temperatures, well, you can see a lot of up and down, and who knows beyond this period. That's it from here. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights.